Hello everyone, I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to show you how I make my homemade nacho cheese and also talk about mental health. So let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of butter. Let me reduce the heat a little bit. I'm going to let this melt down. Now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of flour. I'm using a half a teaspoon, so I have to do 4. Make sure it blends in. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of milk. Now I'm going to add 1/4 of salt. And 1/8 of cayenne pepper. Give it a little spicy taste. I like a little spice, not a whole lot of spice. Make sure it's blended in very well. And now I'm going to turn it up to high so I can get that boil, that thickness, a little thickness. And here come the bubbles. Here come the boiling, and it's getting thick. See that? It's getting thick. Now, I'm going to turn it back down because I just wanted that thickness and a little bubble. And now, about a few seconds on low heat, I have my thickness. See that? Just how I want it. Now I'm going to turn my heat off, and I'm going to add my mild cheese. 4 ounces of mild. And I'm going to add a little bit of milk. And then turn the heat back on low. Blend it in. 4 ounces of mild. I will leave the ingredients in the description below. The recipe. See, coming along. Now I'm going to add my 4 ounces of sharp cheddar. I like to do mild and cheddar. And now I'm going to add a little more milk. Take half, well, not half, almost half. Look at that. Coming along pretty well. Homemade cheese, nacho cheese. Look at that. Depends on if you like it thick. I like mine just like this. So now I'm going to turn my heat off. Yep, that's just how I like it. There you have it. Homemade nacho cheese. I will leave the recipe in the description below. Okay, I'm having nacho cheese and I have some nacho chips and chili cheese hot dog. Pretty good. I didn't have nacho cheese in a minute. Probably about 3 to 4 months. Good. That's why I mix sharp and mild together. Good taste. Good. I might get the ice after this. I had cream soda. I love cream soda. Cream soda is one of my favorites, and next is root beer.
Coming up next, more Paw Patrol. Stick around.
Today, I'm going to be talking about mental health. Mental health illness is real.
Vacation celebration all summer long. Everywhere you find Big Judy. Dogs don't know what's good.
Mental illness, definitely real.
Breeze dental treats.
Like a million Americans is affected by mental illness. It affects the way you think and how you act.
It's been 5 years now that we've been using abcmouse.com. It's just been awesome for all three kids. Peyton, our middle guy, started when he was 3 years old. Now he's in first grade and he's just excelled in school.
And some people
was amazing.
don't like to talk about it.
Which I knew we never had before. And I sat
If
there and talked.
if they know they have a mental illness.
It's been awesome.
They have to open up or talk to someone because they're afraid of what someone might say or what someone would think. But they keep a bottle up inside. And on top of that, you know, one could be dealing with depression, anxiety, OCD, schizophrenia, you know, bipolar, psychotic disorders, OCD. You know, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, an eating disorder, and so forth and so forth and so forth. Every day someone is dealing with depression.
When this statue is done, people will be able to see me, for miles and miles. Oh, miles and miles?
Every day someone is dealing with their mental illness.
People from everywhere will come to Foggy Bottom, home of the great humdinger. Kittens, get to it. We're stopping. We're finished. Oh, it's amazing. It's magnificent. It's...
And some people are just afraid. They're scared to open up.
Wait a minute. Why are my statue ears pointed like kitten ears? Never mind.
A percentage of people will
Never ask a kitten to do a mayor's job.
go seek a therapist and a psychiatrist before they open up to a friend or a family member.
Now your ears are perfect like mine. Done.
That cream soda is so good. But it's sad that a percentage of people go through it. Ooh, excuse me. If you ever been outside and you seen someone talking to themselves or, you know, running up and down the street, whatever the case is, you might say, oh, well, that person might have took a bad drug or, you know, something like that, or somebody slipped them something, or, you know, what they say, K2 and all this other stuff. And they start acting crazy, jumping on cars and, you know, getting naked outside, walking down, you know, in the middle of the street. You see them sitting there just talking to themselves. Something had to happen in order for them to get like that. It just didn't go boom. You know, they schizophrenia, they bipolar, you know, and they dealing with a mental issue. I mean, it didn't just say, oh, I went to sleep and then I woke up, boom, I have a mental illness. Well, that's like someone not getting the love and support, you know, from their mother, father, relatives, whatever the case is, and they hate themselves, they don't love themselves, or they being bullied, or, you know, and then they, you know, next thing you know, they're cutting their arms and, you know, stuff like that, or trying to harm themselves. Some people deal with suicidal thoughts every single day. You know, because they're like, I didn't have enough. You know, I didn't have enough. Nobody's in my corner. Nobody doesn't love me. I don't deserve to be on this earth. And, you know, and some people, percentage of people committed suicide, and it's sad. If you know someone or anything, or a family member or a friend, co-worker might come to you and start talking to you about their mental illness. You know, just listen to them. And don't be judgmental. Or let them know that you understand. Nice, it's good. But some people go to someone, oh no, you being silly, oh you just crazy, yeah, whatever. And they don't understand you because they never experienced what you're going through, so they wouldn't understand. You know, some think it's funny and take it as a laughing matter, but it's not. And there's also a crazy word out here. There's so many angles to where you could talk about mental health, you know, the mental illness in different forms. And to be honest, I have dealt with OCD before, anxiety. OCD because of what happened. Everything had to be clean. And I have children. And as time went on, my kids would drop stuff. I'm like, no, pick that up. Oh, I'm going to pick that up. Oh, every time they drop something, I'm over there. Or they move something. I put something there how I want it, and my children gonna move it, or someone else gonna move it. I have to put it back to where I want it. But more so of my children just dropping stuff, you know, toys, all this stuff. You know, excuse me. And I said, and I stepped back and thought about it. Was like, they are children. They're gonna mess up. They're gonna play with their toys, you know. And that's how I overcame my OCD, just by sitting, just thinking logically. They're children. They're gonna mess up. You know, every time they drop something, you right behind them. You doing this, you doing that, you fixing it. And you're driving yourself up the wall. Or my anxiety. And some people are afraid to talk about their mental illness. Why? I don't understand. You know, instead of holding it, you know, all inside. But my anxiety, I had for a while. And after a while, I didn't like to be, in closed spaces, like real tight. Or if I was to get on a bus or something, it'd be crowded. Or I'm on there and it's not that crowded, and then, you know, a lot of people start getting on. I'm like, I'm thinking like, no. I don't want to be crammed in or anything like that. Oh, I gotta get off this bus. Or me going in the subways because I'm underground and I didn't like it. And a long time ago, I just couldn't put my finger on when my anxiety came about. As the years went on, it's like I just couldn't put my finger on it. But as the years went on, my anxiety just, you know, came on by itself. And I'm like, then I sit back like, what is amping my anxiety up or what? And it's me being in closed spaces, or if someone gets me upset or whatever the case is, my anxiety, you know, comes on or whatever. And if you ever had an anxiety attack, panic attack, you know what it feels like. If you ever had one, you know what I'm talking about. You know, your heart start racing, your head start hurting. You thinking, I mean, you get lightheaded. You're hyperventilating. You think you're gonna pass out. You think you're gonna die, and it will come on all the time. And like years ago, I really never wanted to go out a lot because I would think about it before I even go out there, before I even go outside. I'm like, oh, this might happen, or this might happen, this might happen. Or when I get out there, I'm sitting on the bus, you know, and I'm like, you know, my anxiety just working me up. Like, I'm patting my feet like, oh, I wish I heard me get that. I wish I heard me get that. I want to get off the bus. I want to get off the bus. I want to get off the bus. So if you ever had anxiety and panic attacks, you know, you watching this video, you do know what I'm talking about. And some people don't understand that because they never experienced it, having an anxiety or panic attack. And they say, oh, you tell somebody, oh, that's just a mind thing, or whatever, or they laughing, oh, girl, you crazy, whatever the case is. But that's how it was. So as years went on, or whatever, so anxiety was something else. And like I always wanted to go far out or travel, whatever, but my anxiety kept me from traveling because I always thought about it beforehand, like this might happen, or you know, that might happen. Oh no, I don't know, I'm not gonna travel that far, whatever the case is. And I learned to cope with it because if I just sit there, you know, paying like I wish I ever get there, I wish I ever get there, I don't want to go there, I want to go there, whatever. You know, driving myself crazy, driving myself up the wall, just these thoughts. You know, my anxiety just kicking up now, starting to hyperventilate. So I just started coping with it by distracting myself.